Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have my friends Kia Seltos. This is the HTX model. We're going to be reviewing this car. We're going to talk about the engine, the gearbox. We're going to be talking about all the functions that this car has, the features that this car has in this video. So stay tuned till the end. Guys, we're going to be getting into the specification of the engine, the drive quality and a lot more things. Guys, before I start the video, I'd like to tell you all that make sure that you're subscribed to the channel because we make a ton of automobile related content with regards to automobile news, reviews, technology, a lot of things. So make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, let's get started with the video. Guys, this video is sponsored by Motofix. Guys, Motofix is India's fastest growing network of new age car repair workshops that believes in a complete transparent relationship with its customer, a hassle-free and transparent relationship with its customers. With over 100 workshops scattered all across the country in 5 major cities and with over 1.5 lakh happy customers, we are the best when it comes to automobile repair work and service work on your car, and especially when it comes to second-hand cars. And hence, we are happy to introduce to you all Motofix Advantage. Are you looking to buy a used car? When you purchase these cars with Motofix Advantage, you get a 1-year unconditional warranty on the car and you will get the best price on this car. You also get the maintenance and repair work of this car taken care of, and also we assure you the best buyback on the car as well. Also guys, before we head back to the video, I'd like to request you all to support the organizations that support the TMG family, because that will not only help us grow but will also help our sponsors grow to contribute in a healthy way to the automobile industry. Talking about the engine is a 1.5 litre naturally aspirated engine that produces 114 brake horsepower and 144 Newton meters of torque. Now that's a good amount of power that this car has, and when you drive it on the road, you do not feel the power is less. Although this car is a bigger car, and in the GT variant you get a more powerful turbocharged engine, this car is naturally aspirated and has only 114 brake horsepower. But having said that, you do not feel that power lag. You can put your foot down and you can get a good experience from the gearbox. This gearbox that comes with this car is the 7-speed IVT gearbox. It is similar to the CVT gearbox, but the IVT gearbox, unlike the CVT has a belt and the IVT has a chain that is used, and you get a more responsive engine, a more responsive gear shift as compared to the CVT that you would see with the IVT gearbox. And at the same time, you get the plus point of the CVT gearbox, which is that you get a very good fuel efficient overall run on the car with this 7-speed gearbox. So guys, in the HTX variant, you get all LED lights, you get DRL LED lights, the daylight running LEDs, along with the headlamps are full LED. You get turn indicators also, which are LED, and you get the fog lamp, which is known as the ice cube design, is also all LED. And this comes with the HTX variant. Now coming to the side, we see these hyper metallic alloy wheels. These are the 17-inch alloy wheels, and these are the 215 by 16 profile tires, which are very good and very comfortable for the overall experience of driving this car. Now guys, at the back we have the all LED tail lamps. Although the turn indicators are not LED, but this is what Kia calls as heartbeat tail lights, and at the back they really give an aesthetics and they really stand out in the way the design is. Now the ground clearance of this car is 190 mm, and that is really good. That means you're not going to be hitting any potholes or speed bumps. So for Indian roads, the ground clearance is very good, very well thought of by Kia. And this has a 50-litre fuel tank. And moving at the back, the boot is around 433 liters of boot space, which is massive in the segment. No other car is giving so much of boot space, and there's ample amount of room for storage at the side, as well as you get a little light out here at the back. So this is really a nice place, and you get a lot of storage out here in the Kia Seltos. That's about the back. Let's get inside. Let's also drive the car and talk further about this car. So another feature that this car has is that it has the welcome feature, where once I press this sensor with the key in my hand, the side mirrors open up, and it also has something known as the follow me feature, where the headlights will come on when you come next to the car, or once you switch off the car and when you're walking back home. Now coming to the insides of the Kia Seltos, it is very, very, very nice. Guys, we have a steering wheel which is leather wrapped. I'm sitting on leather, this honeycomb design which is there. Although the seats that are there are perforated for the ventilation, which you would get in the HTX Plus model, but in this car, the seats that you get are also the leather seats, and they are ventilated. They have the ventilation perforations, but they aren't ventilated seats. Having said that, the dashboard is very nicely designed by Kia, and we see a lot of cool features. Like if I start the car on, we have the 10.25-inch infotainment system that we see on this, which is extremely responsive. And we have also spoken to the owner who owns this car, and he has told us that this infotainment system is very responsive when it comes to controlling, and it's not at all distracting when you're driving. Another reason for this is also that it is mounted up here, so you can focus your vision on your peripheral vision will be on the road even if you're fiddling around with the infotainment system. Another thing that you get on this HTX model, which was not there in the 2019 model, is the sun and moon roof. There are certain things that are not there because this is the one model lower, not the HTX Plus, but you get the sun and moon roof as an added option in this HTX model. What are missing features is that we do not have electronic seats that you would see in the HTX Plus model, and also certain safety features like 6 airbags are not there. There are only 2 airbags, the driver's and the passenger side airbag. And also another safety feature that is missing in this is the electronic stability program is not there, which you would see on the higher model. Now, talking about some other features that come in this car is that we do not get the Bose speakers that you would see in the HTX Plus model. That is one feature that's again removed from this variant. But however, we have 4 speakers and 2 tweeters, which you would see the tweeters out here, and they're very well nicely designed, and we see them with a piano finish on the door handles as well as in the center console. We see a lot of piano finish, and the dashboard is also dual tone. We see leather on the dashboard as well as it is soft touch, and it just goes and complements the overall looks of the car. And we have the sun and moon roof, which is really nice and lets in a lot of light, makes the cabin a lot more airy. Talking about the UO app that comes on this car is that it's extremely responsive, extremely nice. You can start stop the car, especially this being an automatic. You have the start stop feature where you can control the air condition if you're not sitting in the car. If you want to cool your car before you get to the car, that's a feature that you would see on the app, where you can start the car from wherever your distant location is and cast the car to start and be on and cool the car cabin if it's a sunny day. We also have the feature of the app from here. If we click the button out here, we can talk to the car. You can also talk to the car, or you can press the button out here on the steering wheel to talk to the car and ask them to navigate you. We also have other safety features like SOS out here and a towing option. If your car is broken down somewhere, you can call for a towing man instantly and they will tow your car away. Another feature that is worth mentioning is that this car also has something known as an air purifier with a perfume inbuilt in it. So if your car is, you can actually get rid of any bad odor that's there in the car with the perfume, and that's easily replaceable, and you can get the cartridges for that in the service when you get your car serviced. Now guys, the infotainment system is quite a lot and quite detailed to actually go through everything, but a cool feature out here is that you get a split screen option where you can have the navigation on, as well as you can have your radio or your Bluetooth, whatever device is connected, you can see information of that. So because the screen is very long, you can have a split screen, and that's another cool feature that I really enjoy in this car. So guys, you can customize this entire screen and it's extremely responsive. You can see how fast it responds. This I can compare it to a lot of cars in this segment out there, like for the example the Tata Harrier. They're not as responsive as this. You would see such response from other cars like BMWs and Audis, and also the Sync 3 is very responsive. This is very responsive, and what I really like, and I mentioned this earlier, is that first of all you can set favorites, that's another thing, and also you can have your split screen where your map comes on, and you can control this as well separately. That's another addition feature that is really good in my opinion. And the entire dash just looks so well. It looks completely well integrated with this entire piano wrap that's happening. It's really good in my opinion. Coming to the steering wheel. Now the steering wheel is a beautiful steering wheel. It's leather wrap, and we have the Seltos badging at the bottom. It is a flat bottom, so it gives a bit of a more sporty feeling to it. And you can control your cruise control and the MID through everything on the right hand side, and on the left hand side you can control everything to do with the infotainment system. Guys, this being the automatic variant, the IVT, I would have preferred if they had given us paddle shifters to give a little bit more sporty feel to the car, especially since this steering wheel has been designed in that sporty-ish manner. But you can go into your drive mode and go into plus and minus, which we will be showing you a little bit later in the video, that once you go into drive mode and take control of the manual, you can actually shift gears at higher RPMs. This car, being a petrol variant, goes all the way up to 6,500 RPM. You can shift it at 6,500 RPM, and it is a very peppyish engine. Although if you want an extremely sporty engine, I would not recommend this particular model. I would recommend the GT Plus model, which you would get with the turbocharged engine. Now however, this being the naturally aspirated engine, when it comes to service and when it comes to features like the mechanisms, is kind of less as compared to a turbocharged engine, because you have more components in a turbocharged engine. That means that there is more service and more taking care of a turbocharged engine. But this naturally aspirated engine does not perform badly. It performs extremely well, and when you want to overtake on highways, this car will definitely give you that push and thrust to actually go up to that speed. The cruise control is another good thing that's there on this car. A lot of cars in this segment do not usually come with such features like cruise control and a massive infotainment system, but nonetheless this car has a cruise control which is really good, and it's very good to even make sure that you get a very good mileage on your long drives, on your highway drives. The company claims this car gives 16.8 kilometers per liter, and you will see a figure of approximately 15 to 16 on your highway. Depending on how much you push the car, depending on how fast you drive, that could drop. But overall 16.8 kilometers per liter is really good, and you would see approximately around 10 to 12 kilometers per liter in the city driving, and this is what the owner has given the figure. So this is actually figures that this car is giving him, and this being a petrol variant, a 1.5 liter petrol naturally aspirated engine, is giving really good numbers in my opinion. Now guys, in the MID you can control the fuel efficiency, you can see the fuel economy, you have a little compass that appears out there. We also have tire pressure monitoring that happens once we start driving the car. The tire pressure monitor will come in and show us. Right now it's also showing us that the boot is open of the car, and if I open the door, it shows that the door is also open in a very nice manner. You can see how the animation shows that the door is closing and opening. These are features that the MID has, and you can control all of them, customize all of them on the settings on the right hand side of your steering wheel. Now guys, reverse cameras usually come on only when you go into the reverse gear, but right now I can be in drive and I can put this view button on. I can press this view button on and you will see what's at the back. The parking sensors aren't on, but I can see what is at the back even when I'm in drive mode. So that's another feature that's there on this car as an option, which you would not see on many other cars in this segment. Now guys, this infotainment system shows you the reverse camera with adaptive parking lines, the guidelines that help you, and they are very good, very responsive. This car, however, does not come with a 360 overall view. You get that in the HTX Plus model. This would actually give you an overall view of whatever's there. The another thing that's missing in this car as compared to the HTX Plus model is the front parking sensors and the 360 camera, which you only get a 360 silhouette, but you not see what's around. That's a feature that you would get in the HTX Plus model, this 360 camera. The 2019 model did not come with a sun and moon roof, but you get the sun and moon roof in this car, and you see it's really good for the variant, for the price. A lot of cars in this price range do not come with a sun and moon roof, and you get a sun and moon roof in this car. It really lights up the entire cabin and makes it really nice and airy, especially because a lot of light color leather has been used on the car in the driver's seat, and we see the combination of the dual tone dashboard and the door panels in a very few areas, so the entire cabin gets really lightened up and brightened as compared to what you would see in the GT Plus, which is all black. So this is another feature that I personally think is a good addition that they have done to the 2020 model, that they have added a sun and moon roof in the HTX model and not only in the HTX Plus model. So now the rear seats, guys, the few things that I want to mention is that the rear seats, you can actually recline this, pull this all the way back. You can have this going to one setting all the way at the back, so this is really good. Also, this seat is a 60-40 split, so you can pull this seat all the way down and you can get a lot of more luggage space out here if you're only two people traveling. And the under thigh support is also really good. You can see that there is a cut in the seat out here which actually distinguishes from the center seat, and there is a decent amount of under thigh support that you see out here. When I shut the door, this being a pretty premium car, you have this feature of the blind out here, so you get your privacy. That's another feature that you do not see in all cars in this segment. So guys, at the back we have a fast charging as well as one in the front, and so you can charge your phone at the back also with the fast charger, and there is a smart purifier out here which comes on when the person who's driving puts on the smart purifier with the perfume that's there. You can see that it starts out here. This is another cool feature that is there on the Kia Seltos in this particular variant, and this is controlled by the driver through the driver settings or through the infotainment system settings. Okay, now guys, coming to the drive quality of the Kia Seltos. This is the 1.5 liter engine, the naturally aspirated engine, and although the figures are not extremely impressive with just 114 brake horsepower, but it really gives you a punch when you put your foot down, and the engine refinement is extremely smooth. Inside the cabin, you don't even know that the engine is on unless you put your foot down. So that's another really good thing, that the engine refinement is really good. Anyway, right now we are in drive mode. We are going to go into manual mode. And what I feel with the gearbox is that it responds. There is a very slight delay in the response, but it's actually very spot on. And especially if you're using the manual gearbox in the highway, you're going to be actually able to do a very good amount of overtaking. You're not going to feel that power lag at all. The gearbox is responsive in that aspect, especially because this is the IVT and not the CVT gearbox. On the Honda cars, you get to see the CVT, but this is the intelligent variable transmission which you see on this car. and I think it is phenomenal. It does a very good job as compared to the DCT which you would see in the GT line, but the DCT again on the GT line will give you a much worse average as compared to this car. Like you can see, the gearbox is shifting very well. The brakes are really good. Yes guys, this has brakes which are disc brakes on all 4 tires, and they really do perform really well. You get that confidence of driving, and this car does not have any body roll. You don't feel that much of body roll, especially since it's such a taller car. 190 mm ground clearance, the body roll is not as much, and at the same time you get the joy of never hitting your car from the bottom. The subframe of the car is not hit because this car is a taller car, so you never feel that on the speed breakers and the potholes, especially in Mumbai driving. What I find very weird in this gearbox is that when you're in the manual, you usually have the plus as the down figure, but right now the minus is down and the plus is up. So I feel that is something that should have been reversed, or something that's really wrong in my opinion. But here you see the plus is on top, so when you're shifting gears in the manual mode, you have to shift up instead of shifting down, which you would see otherwise in the BMW you would see it as down instead of up. So that's a little bit of weird thing that you need to get used to if this is going to be your daily drive. But as soon as you put your foot down in manual, you feel the power kick in, and right now you can see that the tire pressure is also showing on the MID, which is really good, especially if you're doing long drives. I feel that the gear shifts even in manual are extremely spot on, and that is because there's a chain instead of a belt that you would see in this IVT as compared to the CVT gearbox. The steering is extremely light at low speeds, and once you start climbing the kilometers and the revs, you will feel that the steering will become slightly heavier, and that is good because you need that heaviness in the steering wheel to boost your confidence when you're doing high speed driving. And this automatically happens when you start climbing up the revs and climbing up this the kilometers per hour. So right now guys, we are just chilling around, we're driving around in the city limits. We're not really on the highway, not really going too fast, and although we're stopping a lot, the kilometer reading right now is showing us 9.1. According to the owner, the kilometer reading actually goes up to even 12 if you're going to be consistently driving in the city limits, which is really good for a 1.5 litre naturally aspirated engine in my opinion. So the overall fuel consumption is good. In the turbocharged GTX variant, you would get lower figures. That's to do with the fact that it is a turbocharged engine, although it is a 1.4 litre engine, and also you get a DCT gearbox which will reduce the mileage but will give you a more driving pleasure when you're shifting gears in the GT. This IVT 7-speed in manual mode is also extremely refined, extremely smooth, and you can control it very well. There's not much of a time lapse in my opinion when you're shifting gears in manual. Right now we're going over speed breakers also. You can see that the suspension is doing a tremendously good job and creasing out the bumps overall. We do not feel a lot of jerks, you do not feel any rattling noise. The car is very well planted on the road at the same time. Now guys, talking about the safety features that's available on the Kia Seltos, this particular HTX model, this is not the Plus model, this is the HTX model. You get only 2 airbags for the driver side and the passenger side. You do not get the curtain airbag, which you will see on the higher model. Also, another thing in this car is that you do not get the electronic stability program. So electronic stability program is actually important because if your car is a taller car like this car is, your ground clearance is at a higher level, so your chances of rolling over, if you're navigating in a manner to actually avoid an object in front of you, your car could overroll. And this electronic mitigation program is not there on this particular variant, which is a safety feature that in my opinion should have been there on this variant. Now coming to another safety features is that this car has all 4 disc brakes, which is really good, and it has ABS and EBD on this car. These are 2 safety features that you get, and other safety features that you get on this car is that with the app you have the SOS feature. That is another feature that is there in this particular model, which is really good in my opinion. So guys, that wraps up today's video with regards to the GTX model, the Kia Seltos GTX model. If you all enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more automobile related content. Let us know if you all have any queries regarding the GTX model or any other variant of the Kia Seltos in the comment section. We'll definitely get back to you all. Also guys, you can follow us on Instagram where we are more quicker to respond to you all. So if you have any immediate queries, you can contact us on Instagram where we'll get back to you all and DM you all much faster. The Kia Seltos overall review of this car is that it's really super, very refined, and there aren't so many complaints. Although this was the first car that Kia got into India when it launched itself into the Indian market. This was the car that they debuted with, and it was a very excellent choice because this is the segment that many Indian guys, many Indian people are looking to invest in a taller car because of the bad roads in India. This is the segment that is, selling the most right now in the Indian market, and for good reason. It was a very good choice by Kia, and they have done a lot of more refinement in their 2020 Bharat Stage 6 model also, in my opinion, in this car. It's a very fun car to drive, very peppy engine, very peppy gearbox, and even more peppy and even more enjoyment would be given from the GT line, which we will soon hopefully make a video on that as well. Anyway guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you all did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Anyway guys, I hope to see you on the next video. Till then, happy motoring, stay safe, cheers.